Social Security has just confirmed something many seniors have been waiting years to hear, and this update is not speculation, not a rumor, and not a temporary adjustment. A permanent increase has now been locked in, and the new benefit amounts are finally being released. This update directly affects monthly payments for millions of retirees, disabled Americans, and survivors across the United States. Today's discussion is about what this increase really means, why it is considered permanent, how it fits into the current benefit system, and how seniors can clearly understand what is changing without confusion or panic. For many older Americans, Social Security is not extra money. It is the foundation of monthly survival. Rent, utilities, groceries, medication, insurance, and transportation are often paid from this single source of income. Over the past few years, rising costs have put enormous pressure on fixed incomes. That is why this announcement has drawn so much attention. This is not about a one-time check or a short-term adjustment. This is about a long-lasting change that becomes part of your base benefit moving forward. To understand why this increase matters so much, it helps to look at how Social Security payments normally work. Every monthly check is based on a formula that includes lifetime earnings, the age at which benefits were claimed, and annual adjustments tied to inflation. Once a benefit amount is set, it usually only changes through cost of living adjustments or very specific recalculations. Permanent increases are rare, and when they occur, they become part of the benefit forever, not just for 1 year. This newly confirmed increase is tied to changes that affect how benefits are calculated and protected against rising costs. Unlike temporary relief measures, this adjustment becomes embedded in the payment structure. That means future cost of living increases build on top of this higher base amount, not the old one. Over time, that difference can add up to thousands of dollars. Many seniors hear the word increase and immediately worry that it might be offset by cuts somewhere else. That concern is understandable. In the past, some changes appeared positive at first, but came with hidden trade-offs. In this case, the reason this update is being described as permanent is because it changes the baseline benefit calculation, not a temporary supplement layered on top. Once the baseline rises, it does not drop back down. Another important detail is timing. The release of updated benefit amounts means that recipients are beginning to see how this change applies to them personally. For some, the increase may appear modest at first glance. For others, it may feel more noticeable. What matters is not only the monthly difference today, but how that difference compounds year after year as future adjustments are applied. This increase also arrives at a time when many seniors are feeling financial strain. Housing costs remain high in many areas. Food prices, while stabilizing in some categories, remain significantly higher than they were just a few years ago. Healthcare costs continue to rise, especially for prescription medications and specialized care. A permanent increase provides stability, not just relief. It is also important to clarify who this applies to. Social Security includes retirement benefits, disability benefits, and survivor benefits. While exact amounts vary based on individual circumstances, the permanent increase affects the system broadly. That means it strengthens the benefit structure across multiple categories rather than targeting only one narrow group. There has been confusion online about whether this change replaces cost of living adjustments or reduces future increases. That is not how this works. Cost of living adjustments still apply. The difference is that they now apply to a higher starting amount. That distinction matters greatly over time. For example, a small increase of even $50 or $100 per month may not feel life-changing in the short term, but over 10 or 15 years with additional adjustments layered on top, that same increase can significantly improve long-term financial security. It can mean fewer difficult choices between necessities, more stability during emergencies, and better protection against inflation. Another reason this update is important is psychological security. Seniors often live with uncertainty about future income. Knowing that a portion of their income is permanently higher provides peace of mind. It allows for better planning and reduces anxiety about future price increases. This change also reflects broader discussions about how Social Security should function in today's economy. The system was designed decades ago at a time when living costs, healthcare expenses, and life expectancy were very different. Permanent increases signal recognition that benefits must evolve to remain meaningful. Some seniors may notice that their new amount appears on official statements or payment notices. Others may see the difference directly in their monthly deposit. The rollout can vary depending on individual situations and payment schedules, but the underlying change applies system-wide. It is important not to confuse this update with one-time stimulus payments that were issued during past emergencies. Those payments were separate from Social Security and did not change monthly benefit amounts. This update is different. It becomes part of the ongoing benefit calculation. There has also been concern about whether higher benefits could lead to higher taxes on Social Security income. Taxation depends on total income, not just Social Security alone. While higher benefits can affect taxable income for some households, many seniors remain below the thresholds where benefits become taxable. Understanding personal income situations remains important, but the increase itself is not designed as a tax trap. Another topic often raised is Medicare. Social Security and Medicare are closely connected, especially when premiums are deducted from monthly checks. A higher benefit amount can help offset premium increases and reduce the impact of healthcare costs on net income. This update does not require action from recipients. There is no application, no form to submit, and no phone call needed to receive the adjusted amount. The change is applied automatically based on eligibility and existing benefit records. Scams and misinformation often surge when major benefit updates are announced. Seniors should remember that official changes do not require payment, personal information, or urgent responses. Any message claiming otherwise should be treated with caution. The permanent increase also highlights the importance of staying informed. Many seniors miss updates simply because information can be confusing or buried under technical language. Clear explanations help ensure that people understand what is happening and why it matters. To truly understand why this permanent Social Security increase matters, it helps to slow down and carefully walk through how benefit amounts are normally built and why changes like this are so uncommon. Social Security was designed as a steady, predictable program. Once someone begins receiving benefits, the system is intentionally cautious about making changes. That stability protects seniors from sudden losses, but it also means improvements usually come slowly. That is why a locked-in increase carries such weight. Every Social Security benefit starts with a person's work history. Over decades, earnings are recorded, adjusted for inflation, and averaged. From that average, a primary insurance amount is calculated. This amount becomes the foundation of monthly payments. Once benefits begin, that foundation rarely changes. Most yearly updates come from cost of living adjustments, which are meant to preserve purchasing power rather than improve it. They are designed to keep benefits from falling behind inflation, not to lift them higher in real terms. A permanent increase, however, changes that foundation itself. Instead of simply adjusting for rising prices, it raises the base level from which all future adjustments are calculated. That distinction is critical. It means the system is not just reacting to inflation, but strengthening the benefit structure going forward. Over time, this leads to a noticeable difference in lifetime benefits. Many seniors remember years when cost of living adjustments were small or non-existent, even as everyday expenses continued to rise. In those years, purchasing power quietly slipped away. Groceries cost more, medical copays increased, and utility bills climbed while checks stayed nearly the same. This permanent increase helps address that long-term erosion rather than just responding year by year. Another important point is that Social Security is indexed, meaning future increases build on the previous amount. When the base amount rises, every future adjustment is calculated from a higher starting point. Even small percentage increases become more meaningful over time when applied to a larger base. That is why this change is often described as having a compounding effect. For retirees who depend almost entirely on Social Security, this kind of structural improvement offers more than extra dollars. It offers resilience. It helps benefits keep pace not only with inflation, but with the realities of modern retirement, where healthcare costs, housing expenses, and longer lifespans create ongoing financial pressure. Disabled beneficiaries also feel the impact of permanent increases in a significant way. Disability benefits often support individuals who cannot supplement their income through work. For them, every dollar matters. A higher base benefit can reduce financial stress and improve access to basic needs without relying as heavily on emergency assistance or family support. Survivor beneficiaries, including widows, widowers, and dependent children, are also affected. These benefits often replace a portion of a household's lost income. Strengthening the base amount helps protect survivors from sudden drops in living standards after a loss. Stability during already difficult times is one of the core purposes of Social Security. There has been discussion about how this increase interacts with retirement age decisions. Some people worry that claiming earlier or later might affect eligibility for permanent changes. In this case, the increase applies within the existing framework. Claiming age still affects the percentage of the benefit received, but the underlying base amount is higher than it would have been without the change. That means both early and delayed claimants benefit relative to the old structure. Another concern often raised is whether increases like this put the Social Security system at risk. It is true that the program faces long-term funding challenges and discussions about sustainability continue. However, adjustments to benefits are made with those considerations in mind. A permanent increase reflects policy decisions aimed at maintaining the program's relevance and effectiveness rather than weakening it. It is also important to understand that Social Security operates separately from general government spending programs. Benefits are funded through dedicated payroll taxes and trust funds. Changes to benefit calculations involve careful analysis and long-term planning. They are not made lightly or suddenly. Some seniors may notice that their updated benefit amount looks different from what they expected based on online discussions or informal estimates. Individual circumstances matter. Earnings history, claiming age, and benefit type all influence the final number. That is why comparisons with friends or neighbors can be misleading. What matters is how the increase applies within each person's unique situation. This update also highlights the importance of reviewing benefit statements and payment notices carefully. Understanding how amounts are calculated helps seniors feel more confident and informed. It also reduces anxiety caused by rumors or incomplete information. Financial planning in retirement often involves balancing fixed income with variable expenses. A permanent increase provides a stronger, fixed foundation. It does not eliminate the need for budgeting or careful spending, but it makes those tasks easier by increasing predictability. Many seniors worry about future economic uncertainty. Inflation, market volatility, and healthcare costs are constant concerns. Social Security's role is to provide a reliable anchor in that uncertainty. Strengthening benefits reinforces that role and supports long-term financial security. This increase also interacts with other benefits and assistance programs. While Social Security is counted as income for some programs, a higher base benefit can still improve overall financial stability. Understanding how different programs work together helps seniors make informed decisions without fear. Another topic often misunderstood is whether permanent increases can ever be reversed. Once a base benefit is raised, it becomes part of the calculation moving forward. Reductions to existing benefits are extremely rare and politically sensitive. The system is designed to protect current beneficiaries. As misinformation circulates, it is important to focus on confirmed changes rather than speculation. Permanent increases are documented through official processes and applied consistently. They are not temporary measures that disappear after 1 year. In the broader picture, this change represents recognition of the challenges facing today's retirees. Longer life expectancy means benefits must stretch further. Rising healthcare costs mean more of each check goes toward essential care. Housing costs continue to pressure fixed incomes. Strengthening Social Security helps address these realities.